Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 is on its way, and Apple TV has just dropped the first teaser trailer, which also gives us the release date, which is February 27th, 2026. So not long to go to get this, and we are going to take a look at said teaser trailer, which shows us the return of Kurt Russell. He's back as Lee Shaw, which is good news. It looks like Riot Russell is in there as well. I'm not quite sure how he's going to be a part of this one. I think it's him anyway. It looks like him. You'll see the guy in like an orangey jumpsuit, because if you didn't know, he also played Lee Shaw, but he played the younger version. His story seemed to have gotten wrapped up the younger version, so unless there's more to it, I guess we'll find out. But let's take a look at this teaser trailer that focuses on not Godzilla, another big guy. Let's take a look.
Horizon has been defeated by the pirates of the New Age.
Attention surfers, the beach is closed. This is a high alert Titan area.
The things can go bad.
What the hell's that sound?
Make you wanna run away. Make you wanna run away.
There it is, and that's right, Kong has made his arrival, which makes sense because the end of the last season was definitely teasing Kong. So it's saying here, Apple TV has revealed that its MonsterVerse TV series, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, will return to our screens with Season 2 on February 27th, 2026. With that news comes a teaser trailer revealing that Kurt Russell is back as Lee Shaw, as the spotlight moves from Godzilla to Skull Island and King Kong. It makes sense for Monarch to focus on Kong, given how important he is to this franchise. However, the show's main threat will seemingly be a massive undersea creature. Now, the funny thing about that is, if it's an undersea creature, then it would make more sense for Godzilla to be the main protagonist in the monster end of things. But of course, as I said, the last season ended with them being on Skull Island. That's where they came back through in the portal, was on Skull Island, as all hell was breaking loose and Kong. So Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 1 ended on a big cliffhanger when Shaw stayed behind to fix a malfunction in a portal that could return his crew to Earth. While it seemed he didn't make it after falling off the Monarch ship and being sucked into the Hollow Earth, it's clear now that he's lived to fight another day. Okay, the way that's all worded there makes you think like he fell off and you never saw him again. We knew he survived, and he chose pretty much to stay behind. That it was like the thing couldn't get off the ground or something with him hanging off it, so he shut the door and let go. The thing about the Hollow Earth, we now also know that it's not actually the Hollow Earth they're in. It's an area between our Earth and the Hollow Earth, because in this area, time basically stands still, and that's how you were able to get where Kurt Russell himself in the show, he's meant to be like 99 years of age. And everyone's like, how could he possibly be this old? Like, look at him. And he kept going, oh, just good genes. Ironically. But it's because young Shaw was in there. He got stranded, and they thought they were in there for like 4 days, if I remember correctly. And it was actually 2 weeks that they were in there. So you don't age when you're in there. So that's where I was even thinking with what was the last one called? The Godzilla and Kong movie, New Empire, that they could use Kurt Russell. They could use this thing to bring him into the movies. Hopefully that still could happen. But that's how you can keep bringing him back. Even now, where they've come back to is a different time period down the first season. The first season was set in 2015. It took place, I think it was 2 months or something like that, if I can't quite remember, after Godzilla made his first appearance in San Francisco. That's when it took place, and now they've moved up to Skull Island. So when and where, I can't remember whether it said, it might have said 2017, maybe a bit later, but either way, they're on there. So the official synopsis for Legacy of Monsters reads, or I should say for Season 2 reads, Season 2 will pick up with the fate of Monarch and the world hanging in the balance. The dramatic saga reveals buried secrets that reunite our heroes and villains on Kong's Skull Island, and a new mysterious village where a mythical titan rises from the sea. The ripple effects of the past make waves in the present day, blurring the bonds between family, friend, and foe, all within the threat of a titan event on the horizon. So that's what we can expect from that. It is interesting that this monster thing is apparently a titan in the sea, so how exactly that works with Kong, I'm not sure. And I don't know, the thing about Monarch is the first season, the whole promotion around it was built on Godzilla. Even though he wasn't all that much in it, there was all different titans. And yes, he was in there, but the majority of his stuff was in flashbacks, and until it wasn't. But nothing really said the whole thing had to only focus on Godzilla. So obviously they can focus Season 2 on Kong. How much of Kong will end up actually being a part of the show, don't know. Could be like Godzilla where he's in it, a fair bit, but not as much as you might expect or even may want. The one thing I don't think they're going to do is put Godzilla and Kong face to face in the show. Wouldn't really make sense, seeing as the first time these two come across each other was in Godzilla vs. Kong. So they have to be careful with what they do there. And of course, this says, while Monarch Legacy of Monsters is largely a standalone, the Monsterverse will continue in 2027 with the release of Godzilla x Kong Supernova in theaters. Now, as much as it says it's a standalone in the sense that it's not set in the time period that the movies are now set. As I said, Season 1 was set in 2015, shortly after the attack on San Francisco. So after they went in, got stuck in the kind of in between the Hollow Earth and our own Earth, which that is confirmed, by the way. Even the showrunners and stuff explain that it's not exactly the Hollow Earth, it's this other area in between it. So I was calling it Purgatory when I was talking about the first season, which I'm pretty sure I reviewed, because that's kind of like where you were. But because time stands still there, they were in there for like a day or something, and X amount of months and stuff had passed. So where they've emerged now and will be in Season 2 is nowhere near what they were in with Season 1. So that's how they go around that. And it does seem like all the cast are pretty much back for this next series. And as I said, it looks like Wyatt Russell will be back. Obviously, Kurt Russell's back, so that's good. And it does say here, Monarch Season 2 cast includes Kurt Russell, Wyatt, Anna Sawai, or however you pronounce it. So everyone, Chrissy Clemens, she was the only person in the first season that was terrible. Like, absolutely just can't act. She's the girl who played Iris in the Flash movie. So she was in Season 1. She was this hacker girl. They ended up spending 2 episodes focusing on her. They were the 2 weakest episodes, in my opinion. she's horrible. So hopefully there's not as much of her this time around. But I like this teaser trailer. You know, it's great to see Kong in this one this time around. He's looking as badass as ever. And of course, this is the younger version of Kong, so he's not as big as he was in Godzilla X Kong or Godzilla vs. Kong, the first one. He's still that bit younger, which means he would be that bit smaller as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the first season. I'm hoping this season is just as good, if not better. Well, obviously you hope it's better. So, and let's see if it actually leads into any of the movies or anything. So what do you guys think? Do let me know. And you excited for it? Let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.